Lincoln Railer Basketball on 96.3 WLCN and WLCNonline.com is brought to you by Grau Incorporated, Schneider Chiropractic, Headline Salon, Lincoln Heating and Cooling, Fifth Street Food Mart, Community Action Partnership of Central Illinois, The Carpet House, Rickham State Farm Insurance, Lincoln IGA, Lincoln College, Bright Ideas Screen Printing and Embroidery, St. Clair's Manor, Lincoln Park District, Grimaldi Law Office, Memorial Sports Care at Abraham Lincoln Memorial Hospital, Jim Examus Ford Lincoln, Stacy's Family Pharmacy, Lincoln Dare, Eaton Corporation, Abraham Lincoln Memorial Hospital, Lincoln Printers, Chicago Street Rentals, and by Four Corners Lube.
Him through WLCN Sports on Twitter. He has his phone on top of the camera. The guy is performing double duty for you every single Railer game.
Opening tip is controlled by the Railers. Isaiah Bowers, Ben Grunder, Titus Cannon, Tate Sloan, Drew Bacon, the starters for Lincoln. High post to Bowers as the Railers get first possession of the night.
Man-to-man for the Panthers to start the game off for them. Of course, Bowers probably guarded by their best athlete so far. Isaiah from deep, three, no good.
Isaiah's three, no good. Rebounded by the 6'3 freshman Devin Vanderheit. Of course, Isaiah with a three-pointer last night became the 22nd Railer with 100 or more career threes. Washington's Andre Ware, Ben Mount, Adrian Williams, Devin Vanderheit, and J.J. Goudet.
Yeah, 23, Adrian Williams guarding Bowers, 6'6 senior. Also, we talked about earlier, number 50, J.J. Goudet, 6'8 and a junior. Big boy underneath. He's got to play line.
If he's not, I'm not
Coach
sure
is doing something wrong.
Yeah,
he's not recruiting well enough and through the hallways at Washington.
Railers in their home white uniforms. And a foul is going to be whistled on Bacon as he tried to come from the backside and tip it away as they tried to get it down low to Goudet. Bacon, his first on the Railers. See if the Railers can avoid the foul trouble we talked about from last night at Charleston.
Yeah, and you said that, and that's basically what we talked about uncharacteristically of the Railers. Not a lot of foul trouble so far in this season for the Railers, but a nice thing that Coach Al has is a nice deep bench. The Railers have shown to go 8 to 9 deep this season.
Ware on the right side to Williams, back to Ware. Swinging around in the left corner, three on the way from Vanderheit. That's going to be no good. Fight for the rebound. Tipped back out. Vanderheit comes in, picks up the loose ball, lays it up and in.
Yeah, good start for the Panthers. Aggressive on the offensive boards, and Vanderheit didn't get the rebound, but a couple of his partners there were there to battle for it. He tipped it up off the loose ball and was able to put it in.
Bacon can hit that three. He takes it. Rolls off, no good. Rebound. Williams comes in at 6'6 with the board for Washington. Head quickly. Goudet runs the court, flips it up, and Drew Bacon, I think, just picked up his second foul very early. And a minute 40 into this one, I believe Drew Bacon's headed to the bench, and an early appearance from Jermaine Hamlin, who had a very good second half last night in Charleston.
Yeah, and you talked about the second half of Jermaine and what he did differently. What was different between the first and second half for Jermaine?
First half, he picked up two fouls very early and was a little hesitant as the first free throw from Goudet is up and good. Second one, he got a rebound, put it up and in. Next possession, he hit a little fadeaway lefty jumper from about 8 feet in the lane. Got a couple alley-oop dunks, so it was seemed to me just confidence went through the roof.
Just momentum getting going for Jermaine.
Goudet's second one, that one good as well. So Washington has gone out to an early 4-0 lead here as the Railers look to work against this token pressure from the Panthers.
Yeah, and it's full court. Not great pressure, not like a southeast pressure man-to-man, but it's a token pressure to wear you down a little bit and maybe take a little bit out of your offense.
They try to go back door. Titus had it knocked away, and another turnover by the Railers. Ware over to Mount. Mount on the left side to Ware. Ware's going to drive in. Now he's cut off by Grunder and Bowers. Dribble picked up near the timeline. They swing it to Vanderheit.
I'll tell you what, 50. Goudet can flat out clear some space out underneath now.
Nice double team on the right side, and he had to throw it out to Vanderheit. And Vanderheit trying to retrieve it, stepped on the timeline. So Backcourt violation on the Panthers. 5:46 to go. Railers, after getting their highest offensive output of the season last night, early on looking for their first points here tonight. Jermaine at the high post. Grunder comes around the screen. 3 on the way. That's going to roll off no good. All Panthers in the paint for the rebound.
And that's one of the things the Railers have done a pretty good job of more offensive rebounding. And that time, no one under there for the Railers, just all Panthers in their gray traveling jerseys with white letters, white numerals with orange trimmed around. So far, a couple turnovers for the Panthers, though, but on their defensive end, they've done a good job.
Sloan brings it into the front court for the Railers. Isaiah holds high now in the corner. Grunder drives baseline, gets it over to Jermaine. Jermaine goes up strong. Some contact, no call. Ball back down to the Panthers.
Yeah, quite a bit of contact in there. Jermaine went up and didn't go up exactly real aggressive, but still a lot of body contact underneath the rim.
Baseline jumper from Gaudet is no good, and there's Jermaine with the rebound for Lincoln. Railers need to get something on the board here as we're at 4:50 to go in quarter number 1. Reminder, Railer basketball brought to you by Four Corners Lube and Chicago Street Rentals. Bowers drives in, picks up his dribble at the high post. Grunder on the baseline. Grunder bounces over Jermaine. Jermaine this time didn't get it to go down. Lots of contact again, and that's 2 in a row that Jermaine's got some contact, and the Railers haven't gotten the call.
Yeah, he was hit there on the elbow going up, and Coach Al is telling the official right now that that's 2 times in a row where he's garnered some contact and not been able to get the call for it.
3 shot up long from Vanderhyde, so the Railers head down once again, looking for points 1 and 2. And an offensive foul is going to be whistled on Grunder. Grunder with a spin move, and Vanderhyde was there in the low block to take the charge. I'm not sure if Ben hit him quite that hard, but Ben picks up his first, 3rd team foul. And the Railers halfway through the first quarter, Josh, trying to find themselves early on, but nothing going good.
Yeah, not a lot of good looks so far for the Railers. Gotten hit on a couple of them, but unable to get anything to go through the rim. So far, the Panther defense has been pretty good, and they've looked to really get it inside to number 50.
Inside to Gaudet, back out to Vanderhyde. 3:50 to go. Washington with the 4-0 lead. Over on the right side, the 3 from Ware is up and good. Andre Ware's 3. It's a touchdown lead for Washington. 7-0 Panthers. Cannon working out high against Ware. Grunder back on top to Hamlin. Pass tipped away and almost stolen. Nice defense as they knock it away, but it'll stay with the Railers. Reminder, Railer basketball this year, we want to say thank you to the Eaton Corporation, Abraham Lincoln Memorial Hospital, and Lincoln Printers, helping bring you this broadcast here tonight on 96.3 FM. Grunder goes baseline, tried to flip it inside. All Panthers there to knock it away. Well, Josh, I know Coach Al likes to save his timeouts, but if the Panthers score here, do you take one just to set everything up?
Yeah, I think you have to, trying to refocus your troops here, because right now the offense is not looking good so far for the Railers.
Williams inside out, 3 on the way, and an air ball shut up by Vanderhyde. Tate Sloan comes down with it. We're 3 minutes. Grunder's going to the basket. Off the glass, count it. He is fouled. This time Grunder made contact with Vanderhyde. Vanderhyde couldn't get the position in time. Count the basket for Grunder, and he'll go to the line for a free throw. First on Vanderhyde, first on the Panthers. Senior's free throw on the way is up and good. So Grunder gets the first points of the night on the board for the Railers, and he will immediately head out as Isaac Dewberry checks in. So you've got Cannon, Sloan, Dewberry, Bowers, and Hamlin on the floor for your Railers.
So the Railers crack the scoring column now and see if there's Dewberry with almost a steal.
Williams in the right corner, back on top to Mount. Coached by Kevin Brown. 2:40 to go in quarter number 1. Railers trail 7-3. Mount brings the dribble to the right side. Now bounces the left-hand dribble near the timeline. They get it back out to Foster. Foster back to Williams. Inside to Foster. There's Hamlin and Bowers, and he dribbled it off his leg And credit that turnover to Jermaine, because when Foster got down there, there's 6'9" Jermaine, and that'll make you think.
I think you're right. He wanted to go up, but then he saw the long arms of the law underneath there wearing number 34 jersey and decided to do something different, and by that time he had already dribbled it off his foot.
2:13 to go, and a foul out high is going to be whistled on Ware. That'll be his second team foul. Early in this one, first quarter of action, Dewberry hands off to Sloan. Tate calls out the play. They get it to Cannon at the timeline. Now to Dewberry. Dewberry dribbles into the lane, pull up from 15, and he got the roll. Nice from Isaac.
Yeah, you're right. Nice soft touch, right-hand dribble. Normally on that play you see him go baseline with the left hand, and that time they weren't giving him the baseline. Isaac went straight to the free throw line and pulled up with a 2-dribble pull-up, and nice soft touch, hit the front of the rim, and then rattled in. So good start by the junior, or sophomore.
Long three is up and good for Ben Mount. Washington answers back to go back up by 5 at 10-5. Titus needs some help in the backcourt, working against Ware. Works it now into the offensive end for the Railers. Minute 25 left, quarter number 1. Cannon, Jermaine posting up against Gaudette. There's some size down there with those two matching up.
Two big boys on there. Gaudette's got a little more beef than Jermaine has right now.
They give it to Jermaine backing. Backing turns one way, goes up strong off the glass, and good. Nice job by the junior. And in a minute to go in the first quarter, Railers cut it to 10-7. Trying to go baseline. Bowers there to cut him off. They get it back out to Foster. Swing now to Mount. Foster top of the key, had it tipped away, but it's picked up by Mount before he goes out of bounds. 40 seconds. Washington hangs on to it with a 10-7 lead. Foster down in the corner. A good job again by Jermaine closing out. Tate almost had a steal, but then it's knocked out of bounds, and it'll stay with the Railers. And Josh, you know, the one thing we talked about in the pregame a little bit is Jermaine just seems like his game is all about confidence. That first shot goes down, and you see him on the defensive end, and it seems like he's upped his level of intensity just that much more.
Yeah. That rides with anybody. I mean, you get your first couple baskets to go down or a basket, your play just starts to go and your confidence gets going. You feel like you're a little bit better about your game tonight. And same thing as with Jermaine going right now. He's more active. He didn't get a couple shots to go down early when he got it. Maybe got fouled on one or two of them. But you're right. He's been active. He's caused some trouble underneath.
Well, as rough as the start was for the Railers, getting down 7-0, we're at 10 seconds to go. They got a chance to tie going into the second quarter if they can hit a long one. We're down to 5. Dewberry over to Isaiah. It's on the way, and we are tied. Isaiah hits a 3 to end the first quarter, and we are tied. Lincoln 10, Washington 10. Back with the second quarter in a moment. You're listening to Lincoln Railer Basketball. Ties him for 19th all-time with one of the really good ones here at Lincoln, Louis Schonauer.
Yeah, but you start getting into that category, you've made some threes in your career.
Panthers with the basketball to start quarter number 2.
I wouldn't tell Louis that, though, if I were you.
Ball tipped around into the hands of Williams. Now on the right side wing, 3 up and good again for Ware. That's his second of the night. And if I'm not mistaken, he hit the first one from the exact same spot.
Yeah, nice left-handed stroke there. Good rotation on the basketball. So definitely a guy the Railers are going to have to pay attention to.
Turnover by the Railers. They flip it over to Williams off the glass and good. So a quick 5-0 run to start the second quarter gives the Panthers a 15-10 lead. Grunder on top to Dewberry, joined by Bowers, Cannon, and Hamlin. Grunder comes top of the key now, right side to Dewberry. He's being guarded by Mount. Swinging around quickly now on the left side to Grunder. Hamlin posting down low. But again, good defense by the 6'8 junior, J.J. Gaudette. Grunder thought about 3, didn't take it. Was going to dump it down to Hamlin, but he was covered up, so they swing it around right side. Isaiah 3, in and out. Rebound to Washington. Now quickly into the front court. Dump it to Gaudette. Back out to Williams, who almost lost it out of bounds, and there's Dewberry with the steal. Dewberry, one-on-one, takes it, a little bit of contact, flips it back out to Titus. His three's on the way, off the back of the rim, no good. Isaiah fights for the rebound. Ball tipped loose, saved inbounds nicely by Washington.
Yeah, nice rebound and nice save there by Washington, Adrian Williams.
Ware throws a pass, and Cannon was there to try and make the steal, and Williams there to come over his back. He picks up his first foul, third on the Panthers. Lots of action, not a lot of scoring, but
these some shots in and out. You know,
right,
the Railers, Bowers just went in and out, Cannon with an in and out three there. So, as you're right, there's a lot of action going on, just not a lot of scoring. The Railers yet to really get on track from deep. Grunder's had a good look. Bowers with one early, but was just rimmed out there on the last one.
6 minutes to go in the first half. Washington 15 rather, Lincoln 10. Grunder in the lane, kicks back out. Titus thought about a three, drives in, pulls up from 15. That won't go, but a foul's going to be whistled on Washington, as when that shot hit the rim, we saw Jermaine go flying out of bounds.
Yeah, and that's not Cannon's game. You know, he's a spot-up shooter, doesn't do a lot of shooting off the dribble. And that time they forced him off the three-point line and made him run in and shoot a 15-footer off the dribble.
Grunder inbounds out to Cannon. 14 fouls now on Washington. Grunder with a nice move in the lane, strong, wouldn't go down, and there's Gadet again with another big rebound for the Panthers. We're down to 5.5 to go in the first half. Vanderheit in the right corner, and it's dribbled out of bounds. I'm going to say knocked away by the Railers. Right there, Josh, it seemed like Washington, too many bodies in a small space, and that makes it real easy for the Railers to defend.
Yeah, you're right, and it looked like one of the Railer assistants were calling for a foot on the out-of-bounds line, or at least the ball on the out-of-bounds line. Didn't get it, but...
Vanderheit, they dump it into Gadet, but slipped out of his hands. Another turnover.
Yeah, the Railers need a score here, Jeff. We've been several possessions now without a score. Just 10 points on the scoreboard right now. 5 minutes left in the second quarter.
Dewberry on the right side, back out to Bowers. Grunder holds against Vanderheit. Oh, and then a pass. Again, it was another miscommunication where Grunder was throwing it to Bowers. Isaiah was right about the top of the key and was cutting toward the basket, and Grunder threw it out closer to where the front volleyball line is, and Grunder throws it away.
Yeah, one of those where you thought he was going to cut and he didn't.
Swatted away by Jermaine. Williams gets it back and lays it up and in. 4 points for Williams, and very similar to the first quarter, Washington starts with a 7-0 run to start the period.
Yeah, Railers just can't get on track here. Not a lot of fluid offense you're used to seeing from the Railers.
Dewberry back over to Cannon, on top to Grunder at the top of the key. Grunder makes a move, and then it's swatted away and stolen by Washington. 2-on-1, now 2-on-2. Nice defense by the Railers as they recover and knock it loose. Washington picks it up. Three from the right side, up and good for Ware. His third three of the night. And that's going to force Coach Neil Alexander to take a 30-second timeout. We will keep it here. Right now, Washington has doubled up the Railers. It is Washington 20, Lincoln 10. Gives us a chance to say thank you to Jim Examus Ford Lincoln, Stacy's Family Pharmacy, and Lincoln Dare and Officer Christy Fruget for their sponsorship of Lincoln basketball. Josh, Railers down 10, and so far the villain has been 5'10" senior Adrian Ware, who's hit 3 threes. Same spot, same spot, same spot.
Well, and it's been just right in motion of the offense. You know, it's not like he's just sitting there checking. I think he's 3 for 3 on three-point attempts. So he's been getting the good looks. He's been getting them. He's taking them when he's gotten them. He hasn't forced anything, and that's been the Panthers so far, is just taking what the Railers defense has been giving them. And on this end, on their end on defense, they've done a really good job of forcing the Railers to take some tough shots.
Well, the Railers didn't score till 2:55 to go in the first. Tate Sloan tries to end the drought here in the second. His three from the left corner is no good. And again, all Panthers on the rebound. Williams on the near side to Ware. Back on top to Williams. 3:40 left in the first half. Williams at the free throw line turns. Ware's wide open. Three on the way. This one he missed. Of course, he was on the other side of the court.
Yeah.
Rebound of the Railers. See if the Railers can finally get on the board here. Isaiah with a move. Down the lane. Strong move off the glass. No good. Hamlin had the rebound. Tried to tip it. Dewberry tried to save it. Knocked out of bounds by Lincoln. And we head back the other way again. Washington up by 10.
But just not a lot of good, clean looks so far for the Railers, Jeff. And this Panther defense has done a good job of forcing them to do what they don't want to do.
Offensive fouls. They tried to dump it in on the low post to Gaudette, and Isaiah Bowers kind of sniffed that one out, held his ground, and Gaudette hit him, and Isaiah went down, and a foul's whistled on Gaudette. His first, 5th on the Panthers. Railers got to find something here. Does Coach, call out one of those always work sets to try and get something that feels good?
One of those backdoor plays that the Railers can get something, a good look and a good high percentage shot.
Cannon to the basket. Off the glass, no. And then Jermaine's going to get whistled for coming in on the rebound late. Jermaine picks up his first, 4th on the team. And it feels now when the Railers are getting their shots here in the last minute or so, they feel rushed.
Yeah, they are rushed. And some guys have taken some shots that they maybe not comfortable with or they don't normally take, and maybe credit a little bit of that to the Washington defense.
Banner Heightslow knocks it out of bounds in front of the Lincoln student section, where tonight it's prep night.
Yeah. Sparse crowd, though. I mean, for the most part, student section's a little light.
Williams makes a move. Jermaine tried to block it. Gaudette there with the rebound over everybody. Lays it up and in. And, folks, it's a 12-0 run for Washington to start the quarter. And they lead the Railers by that at 22-10. Dewberry will fire a 3. That's off the back of the rim, no good. Rebound tipped around and controlled by Washington. And thrown away as Washington tries to get in too big of a hurry. And that was one thing that happened a little bit early in the game last night, Josh. Justin pointed it out with us that the Railers, on a couple of occasions early, took shots that 30 seconds into the offense you can still get. They're taking that first shot instead of the first good shot.
Yeah, and we've done that numerous times here early on. And right now, especially when you're struggling from the offensive side of the ball, you start to do some things that you don't normally do. And right now the Railers have looked a little bit of that.
Grunder right wing 3 open, and that's going to be no good. Again, the rebound for Washington. 2 minutes to go in the first half. Washington up 22-10. Went right through their hands again. Last touch. They're going to say last touched. They're going to say last touched by the Railers. And coaches Neal and Greg Alexander, along with assistant Eric Ewald, all were over there going, it was right in front of you.
And if Eric steps up and complains, the call's been wrong.
Well, they're down to 100 seconds in the first half. Let's see if the Railers can cut into this lead. Because right now, nothing has gone down in this quarter. Nothing. Grunder from 17 finally hit.
Well, there's the start, Jeff. Cut this thing to 10, and, as bad as we've played so far, you look up and you got a chance to go into the locker room at this 10-point, maybe 8, maybe 12, somewhere distance. At least it's a distance where you can come back from.
22-12, Railers down 10. Grunder now with 5 on the night. And got to believe Washington looks very content. They've got everybody spread out. And then Jermaine's going to get whistled for the fouls. He tried to knock it away from where Jermaine picks up his second. 5th team foul. Colton Holiday will dash off the bench, and he will replace Hamlin. Colton, some good minutes last night. He scored 4 for the Railers. Oh, nice job by Tate as he knocked it away as Cannon and Sloan were going for the double team at the timeline. Minute to go. Ware into Williams at the top of the key. He's going to dribble in, drive down the lane. Little floater off the gas. Missed it badly.
Yeah, I'm guessing that's why he doesn't shoot a whole lot. That was a pretty point-blank shot.
So now the Railers with a chance to draw even closer. 40 seconds left.
You know, we've yet to see that backdoor play that we usually go to Bowers with that the Railers will call when they need a hoop. Maybe that's something we'll see here before halftime.
Down to 30 seconds. Grunder now to Sloan. Then the Railers down by 10. Cannon watched by Ware. Bowers on the right side. High post to Holiday. Grunder comes out. Ben's going to drive baseline. Go up strong off the glass. Count it. Ben Grunder's been the answer so far tonight for the Railers offense. 22-14. Down to 6. Down to 5. Ware fires up a long three, and he drained it. A three from Ware at just about where the sideline and the volleyball line connect. Ware drains a three, and that's the way the first half has gone for Lincoln. And that's why we head into halftime with Washington on top. It is Washington 25, Lincoln 14. Back in a moment with the Grau Incorporated and Schneider Chiropractic Center halftime show. You're listening to Lincoln Railer Basketball.